Hi everyone. Um, I can't read anything yet. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I couldn't, and I'm live today. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, everyone. It means a lot. And what I did for my birthday, I didn't do anything for my birthday. Last year, I decided to have an indoor carnival with all of my school friends. But this year, I've just decided to be at home because I don't really get that opportunity to be just at home and not do anything. Hi, Aruk. Thanks for the birthday wish. And Iza. Okay, so it said it was paused due to a bad connection. I wanted to talk to every single person out there who is going through something. I left a question on my Insta story with asking people if they wanted to ask anything about it. The thing is, so first question was people were asking me if I'm depressed and if I'm still going through something. No, I'm not. Alhamdulillah. If I have to think about it, I honestly can't think of anything that makes me sad. And that's not because I have everything sorted out in my life. It's not because I think I have everything that I could want to have. That's not true, but I'm very content with whatever there is, and that's the thing. People need to understand that life isn't supposed to be like a straight graph. It can be anything. It could go up, there are downs, there are happy moments, there are sad moments, but that's what adds flavor to life. And the sad times don't last, the happy times don't last either. So you have to just be happy with whatever there is and know that it's going to get better. And like I said before, that there was a fortune cookie that had helped me out of my depression when I was going through it. It said it only gets better when you get better. And it really does make sense if you really think about it कि कुछ चीज़ बेहतर नहीं हो सकती जब तक आप खुद कोशिश ना करें उसको बेहतर करने की, because at the end of the day it's just you with yourself. Yeah, people say they're affected, and they are truly affected, but the person who's most affected by any of this is yourself. So you have to take care of your own self and know yourself. Coming to social media, because of social media, everything is so readily available, and it's out there for anyone to comment on and say, "Where's our trick rating?" Yeah, thanks, Talu. Yeah, because of social media, there's so much pressure that's put on every individual to put their best foot forward or fake a life, I guess, technically, because I don't think everyone's so happy all the time. Sabki Instagram feeds, but you'll always see them super happy, super excited and living the life. But I mean, obviously, वो एक तस्वीर लेने के लिए भी कोई पीछे 100 बार तस्वीरें खींचता होगा, अच्छी ये एंगल नहीं, वो एंगल नहीं, and all of that stuff. Oh, another question that I got from a lot of people was, so the pictures that I posted day before yesterday, I can't remember. They're from May. There was a point, I had posted about it even then. There was a time that I actually, like I said, I overcame depression. And depression was when I was in college. Another thing people kept asking was, did it have anything to do with my engagement? No, it had nothing to do with it. That was way before it. And honestly, the reason why I was depressed, there was no specific reason. I had moved out of my house. I was living on my own. Well, technically on my own. I was on campus in a dorm in New York, in university. And I just wasn't used to a life where my parents weren't around me or my brothers weren't around me. and everything was really new. That's your transition from childhood to adulthood, and it can be hard sometimes, and obviously there were several other factors as well, but this continuous feeling of always feeling sad and upset, and it was sinking in, and it got really bad at one point until I decided to fix things for myself. I also went to therapy. That was in New York. But see, the thing is, therapy, medication, nothing can help you until you decide that you want to take it in your hands and be better and feel better and enjoy the life that you've been given. Because there has to be more to the story. And yeah, so in May, there was a phase again that I was going through because I was very overworked and I was overexerting myself. And everything was becoming too much because there was women. Yeah. So, and there was way too much pressure from a lot of sides. And because of that, I was having panic attacks and traveling to a new city every day or even twice a day or 3 times a day. Being on a crazy schedule with not enough hours in a day, not getting any sleep, not eating properly, it takes a toll on you. So I had this phase, and the pictures that I posted yesterday or day before, so one of my friends who's a photographer, we were scheduled to do a shoot that day, and obviously it was in the morning, and I woke up with a panic attack again, and I wasn't feeling well. And I said to her, I said, I'm not always smiling and I'm not always happy. And so if you want to take pictures of me, do you want to photograph the real me? And she said yes. And I said, well, this is what it is. And she captured it. But the point of that is, वो मई से कितना अरसा हुआ है, 3 महीने probably. I can't relate to that phase anymore, but even in that phase I knew that it's not gonna last, and that's why I was okay with it, and that's why I even shared it when it happened कि लगता है दूर से कि oh, she's living the life and everything is perfect, and no, I mean, I am living the life. Technically everyone's living a great life if they look at it and if they're thankful enough for it. But yeah, the important part is to know that it will get better. Coming again to social media and cyberbullying, it used to really get to me initially. अभी नहीं, 2 साल पहले probably, क्योंकि मेरे लिए वो सब कुछ बहुत नया था, and I had never signed up for being in the public eye or light, and people say, तो फिर why were you on Coke Studio? I was on Coke Studio because I like singing, and I sang, and that's all I did, and it became a thing with everyone thinking they have a right to have an opinion on me, on anything that I did or whatever, and it really got to me, and it really made me very upset. जहाँ पे लोगों को लग रहा था कि trending and this and that, and that's apparently a great thing, but for me it was very different. And with all of that comes a lot of hate speech, comes a lot of bullying, a lot of unnecessary, unwanted criticism, and a lot of other things. But then I realized one day I was having a great day. I was happy. I was with my friends, my family. I was at home. I woke up. I had anyone who knows me knows the fact that I love food. Food makes me so happy. So I was having a usual day, happy, everything. And then suddenly I went on my Instagram, and I don't know why I used to read all the comments on everything. People think that just because you're a public figure and you're getting like comments in the thousands or whatever, you don't read it. But no, you do. I used to. So I read all of those, and suddenly I felt like everything was wrong, and nothing was right, and I was going into a panic attack. And then I looked at myself in the mirror, and I realized कि मैं तो वही हूँ ना अभी भी. मैं उसी घर में बैठी हुई हूँ, वही खाना है मेरे साथ, और फिजिकली तो कुछ भी नहीं हुआ ना, मेरे मुंह पे आके किसी ने कुछ कहा है. It's just I'm reading all this negativity, and it's affecting me. And that's when I realized that I need to detach myself from who I am, who I think I am, and who people think I am. And this person that they're talking about, who they don't even know, is not me. And their opinions don't really matter, because why should I take it personally? I don't know if anyone has seen this movie called Inside Out. It's amazing. It's an animated movie. Again, Inside Out. I don't watch movies or watch TV or even have music on my phone, but sometimes when I'm flying, I like watching short movies or documentaries. So this was one of those movies that I watched, and it was so amazing. It showed that every person, it's about the 7-year-old girl and what goes on in her head. के बीच में एक control center है जहाँ पे उसके emotions हैं, sadness, happiness, anger, joy, all of that. And then I might be getting that wrong, the names, but along those lines. And then around the control center are different islands of friendship, islands of family, and like all of that stuff. So I thought of one thing, that if my control center, if I have a storage of memories, why should I let sadness touch those and turn them into a sad memory? Why should I not just let them be nice and bright and glowy, so that the inside of my head is always happy? So what that goes to say is that it's in our hands whether we let which emotion we let touch those balls of memories. And I choose and I prefer to let happiness touch those and not be affected by negativity. Obviously, with that being said, being a human, it does impact you at certain levels, at certain points, and that's okay as well. But when it does, all you need to do is know that it will get better. Another thing that I also read, there was another book that I read. It's called The Power of Now. So I was reading the autobiography part of it, and the author wrote, wait just 1 second, I shall be back. Okay, so I'm back. So there was this book that I read, it's called The Power of Now, and I was reading the first page of it, the autobiography of what the author was saying. The author said that he had reached a point in his life where he didn't want to live anymore. And he said that he kept I don't exactly remember what exactly he said, but it was something along the lines of him saying that he said to himself, I can't live with myself anymore. And then he thought about it, and he thought about what he was saying, and he repeated it, I can't live with myself anymore. And that's when he said he realized and asked himself, is he talking about 2 people or 1 person? And that's all I read from that book, and I put it down. When I read, I like absorbing and reflecting and thinking about what I understood from it. It made a lot of sense to me. So, in my opinion, for me, the way that I operate, obviously I took inspiration from that book. I view myself as me. I've been myself since the day I was born. But I've been me since the day I was born, but myself being my state of mind keeps evolving as I grow. And your state of mind goes through different parts. Think of it as a journey, right? You're on a road. You hit a rough patch. You hit a part which is very smooth, but the journey continues, right? And just because you're going through a bad patch does not mean you're not going to find a better road or you're not going to reach your destination. You will. It's just a rough patch. When people attack you or bully you or say things to you that hurt you or impact you in a negative way, don't take it personally, because it's not about you. What they say and how they act like is reflective of their state of mind. Maybe they're going through some turmoil. Maybe they themselves have unresolved issues in their heads, which they need to address on their own, but it has nothing to do with you. So when somebody is mean to you, wrong to you, bad to you, don't take it personally. Feel bad for the person. Hope that they get better. Help them out if you can. And if you can't help them out, the least you can do is think about, well, firstly, isolate them from your own selves. Don't let them affect you. Throw them out. A. B, you don't want to hold on to bad things that they've done. They might have done something right at some point, right? Just think about that and move on. And you're not doing that because that person deserves it. You're just doing it for yourself because you don't want more negativity to be stored inside you. Because according to statistics, more than 80% of people have experienced bullying in some way or the other, especially online. Does that mean that there are only 20 or so percent of bullies in the world? I don't think so. What happens is that it's a vicious cycle. When somebody gets bullied, obviously they're also human. They absorb it and they want to channel it out and throw it out to somebody else. And then they do that. And then the person they throw it out to, they feel like doing that too. So it's a vicious cycle. Don't be a part of it. Break out of it. You don't need to be a part of it because life is about so much more than just negativity and hate and all of that stuff stored inside you. Don't store it inside you. If you have a life, if you're alive, you have a purpose. Find your purpose. It could be anything. And yeah, just live your life and move on because there's so much more to it. So I'll get to the questions that I was sent and I have to sort through them because there are a lot. Has Islam helped you through this? It's not about, well, I think any belief system helps you out of any situation. Just knowing or having faith in a higher power or even yourself helps you a lot, brings you peace, because at the end of the day, any religion teaches you sabr. Any religion teaches you to be patient, to be loving, to rid yourself of negativity. So yeah, it did. What is the best thing to do when you're depressed? Reach out to someone, talk to someone. Koi bhi dost, anyone you think can listen to you. But I know when you're depressed, you feel like nobody cares and nobody wants to hear your side of the story. I remember when I was going through depression, there was a point that I hit such a low point that I'd just be sitting by myself in my room, staring at my phone and honestly like screaming and crying, but like I didn't want anyone to know about it. And just wanting to talk to someone and not finding a person to talk to, not because I didn't have anyone in my life. Of course, I've always been, I've been blessed to have a great family. I have very few friends, but they're incredible. Even them, I didn't reach out to. I should have. And that's the best thing you can do is speak to someone. Or you could read up literature on it. You could meditate. You could pray. Just find one thing that makes you happy. And for me, I love food. But when I'm upset, I don't feel like eating. But you find that one thing that kind of helps you. Maybe, going outside. Or another thing that I would do was I would just sit in my window and stare outside the window. And I'd watch the sun rise and the sun go down. And watch it be sunny and watch it rain. And there'd be times when I'd look at it in a pessimistic way and think, oh, it's raining. Now it's sunny. So everything else is going on. It's just my life that's at a standstill. And if it's sunny, maybe the sky's mocking me. But then I started looking at it differently. Like, if I'm crying, if it's raining, what if the sky is crying with me? I know it sounds really corny, but you come up with these analogies. I love analogies. And then when it's sunny out again, maybe it's trying to tell me that at the end of the storm. Sorry, I was getting a call. Am I back or am I not back? I don't see myself. Okay. I think I'm gonna go on this again. Wait, let me flip my camera and see if it works. Nope. I shall be back. Oops, I'm back. Yeah, so what I was saying was that I started looking at it differently. That maybe after the storm, when the sun is coming out again, maybe the sky is trying to tell me that no matter how bad the storm is, the sun will come out again and it'll shine again and it'll be sunny again. And when the sun goes down, it does come back up, and it's a new day. And with a new day come new opportunities. And yeah. Next question. No. What to do if you have no one to share what you're going through? I'm very social, but I get introvert in such cases. Well, I mean, I'm that sort of a person as well. What you can do, the best thing you can do for yourself is to teach yourself your own value. Like I was mentioning social media, abhi thodi der pehle. The thing with social media is that there's so many people's opinions being thrown at towards you, your way, that sometimes it confuses you. Sometimes you start taking those opinions a little too seriously, and you start making them your reality. The best thing you can do for yourself is take a break from everything. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with people who actually matter, and know yourself. The best thing you can do for yourself is know yourself. Know your own worth. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. And be unapologetic about who you are and what you are and what you like and what you don't like. And that's about it. I color my hair red. I love my hair red. A zillion people have a zillion different opinions. And it's entertainment for me when I read all of that. Then लाल बाल पता नहीं मेरी दादी जैसे है पान की पी के whatever, like it's actually funny for me because मुझे तो लाल बाल पसंद है ना यार. मैंने किसी और के लिए थोड़ी की, अपने लिए की है. अगर मुझे क्या चीज़ मुझे नहीं पसंद, अगर मुझे सी फूड नहीं पसंद तो मैं क्यों खाऊं? और अगर मुझे कोई चीज़ पसंद है और मैं खा रही हूँ, किसी और को नहीं पसंद है, जैसे इलायची वाली चाय या मसाला चाय जो कि पाकिस्तान में इतनी मिलती नहीं है, तो मैं क्यों ना पीऊँ? अगर किसी और को नहीं पसंद तो क्या हुआ? That's their opinion. And but also learn how to respect other people's opinions and listen to hear them and not just to respond to them. Because the thing is, it's really funny the way that I look at life. I've never seen myself. People around me have seen more of me than I can ever, because all I can see is my nose. I in my hands, I can't see my face. I mean, I've always seen a reflection. I've always seen a picture. For all I know, this is a movie. And in this movie, I'm the protagonist. Different people who I interact with have their own movies going on. And there are characters that walk into your life that impact you in the moment. But that's about it. That's their role. And then they leave. Just because a certain person played a certain character doesn't mean the actor is a bad person. I still believe that anyone who's ever even wronged me, they aren't bad people. It's just that उन्होंने किसी के लिए तो कुछ तो अच्छा किया होगा ना. It's just that their role in my life was different. And even if they did something wrong, that happened so that they could push me in my story in the direction that I was supposed to go in, that which otherwise I would not have gone in, क्योंकि मुझे कभी वो push ही ना मिलता उस तरफ. So take it that way. And also I like going off on tangents. And I start in one place, and when I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm talking to them, I assign different thoughts to different people, because with different एकदम से कुछ ना कुछ, I love talking and I have way too many stories. तो मैं उनसे कहती हूँ, oh my god, remind me, this is the trigger, remind me to come back to this story, you hold on to this story, blah, you hold on to that story. And Zagam and Saina would know that really well. Since you have access to all the resources, why didn't you get it cured ASAP? It's not about resources and access. And a lot of people have asked, you have a following and you don't have any financial issues, and then why are you depressed? And why were you depressed? And why were you going through something? Going through something has nothing to do with how much money you might have, or how many followers you might have, or how perfect your life seems on the outside. It could be anything, and it could happen to anyone. Just like अमीर से अमीर बंदे को भी कैंसर हो सकता है, फ्लू हो सकता है, बुखार हो सकता है, उसी तरह से किसी भी इंसान को मेंटली, इमोशनली, साइकोलॉजिकली कुछ भी हो सकता है. एक्सेस टू रिसोर्सेज सिर्फ काफ़ी नहीं होता. लाइक आई सेड कि इवन अगर आपको फिजिकल चोट भी कोई लगती है, उसके लिए भी आपको योर ओन बॉडी हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ हीलिंग पावर्स. जब मेडिसिन और एलोपैथिक और होम्योपैथिक और व्हाटएवर थिंग्स हैड नॉट बीन इन्वेंटेड, तब भी तो लोग जिंदा रह रहे थे ना, क्योंकि आपकी अपनी बॉडी के अंदर हीलिंग एनर्जीज और कैपेबिलिटीज़ होती हैं. अगर आप पॉजिटिव ना रहें, अगर आप अपना आउटलुक खुद नहीं ठीक करेंगे, अगर आप खुद ही तैयार नहीं है ठीक होने के लिए, तो आपको कोई ठीक नहीं कर सकता. जैसे वो कहते हैं कि प्यासे को पानी तक लेके जा सकते हैं, पर उसको फोर्सफुली पिला नहीं सकते हैं. सो इट्स नॉट अबाउट द एक्सेस ऑफ रिसोर्सेज, एंड इट्स नॉट अबाउट अ क्योर. इट्स अबाउट हीलिंग. इट्स अ होल जर्नी. ये नहीं है कि आज मैंने सोच लिया कि अब मैंने बेहतर होना है तो मैं कल सुबह उठते साथ ही ब्रांड न्यू इंसान होंगी. नहीं, यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योर सेल्फ. एंड वर्किंग ऑन योर सेल्फ में सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी चीज़ होती है सब्र, which I have understood after a very a long journey, and with a lot of bumps on the road. And yeah, but once you get there, it really helps. And it doesn't make everything perfect, but it fixes a lot of things. I have an anxiety attack when aunties start talking about marriage thing, 25 and single. Dude, it's okay. You should never get married until you're really ready to get married. And it's not the end of the world, and it's not your only objective in life. What to do if you have no one to... Okay, I already read that. When you know holding on will not change anything, nor letting it go will. What to do? Well, then you don't hold on. Because at least you're cutting out the negativity from your life. So it's always better to let go of things that bring negativity or turmoil to you, or that upset you or hurt you, and just close it. Make a mental box, put everything in that box, and just throw it out. And don't revisit it. And you're not doing it for someone. You're doing it for yourself. I mean, the way that I do it, if you have to really actually cut off with someone, you don't even have to say anything, because आप गिला अपनों से करते हैं जो अपना नहीं होता, जो आपको ऑलरेडी तकलीफ पहुंचाए कोई, तो उनको क्या कहने का फ़ायदा? That you did this. I mean, obviously every person knows what they're doing. Just let it go, and it's not that hard. It's really easy, to be honest. And you're doing yourself a favor. You're doing that for yourself. And the person you need to love the most before anything is yourself. And yeah. What can you do if there's no one you want to reach out to? Like I said, work on yourself. eat better. That makes a lot of difference. Oh, people ask me how I've lost weight because I eat so much. Yeah, I eat a lot, but I work out, and a lot of times when I'm not eating trash, I eat good food. I eat food that actually makes me happy, and I try to eat as clean as I can, as unprocessed as I can, and because when you feel good, when you're feeding yourself good things, it changes your outlook on life, and it makes everything better, nicer, happier, cleaner, and yeah. Have you ever been bullied, felt mentally sick? How can we overcome stress? Yeah, I've been bullied. I've been bullied all through school. I've been bullied after school, in college, on different levels. I mean, I remember there was a time in I was in a school in Pakistan, in Lahore, and there was a girl who used to be my best friend at some point, and then she completely turned around, and she started bullying me. And I don't know if anyone watched Mean Girls or not. Mean Girls के अंदर एक burn book होती थी, where you'd write mean things about different people. But there was a burn book in my school, and it was just about me. And what I had done to them, I have no idea. But if you listen to their side of the story, I don't know, there might be something. Because there are always two sides to a story. But I used to get really bullied. And there was a point that any chair I'd sit on, uske piche people would write mean things or abuses. Or there was a girl in my class who actually even hit me. And but two wrongs never make a right, and that was making me bitter a little bit as well. But there were other things that were happening in my life at that time. My khala had passed away. I was going through difficulty in my own life, and so I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, you don't know when you go to a checkout counter at a grocery store, kuch kharidne ke liye, and the person at the checkout register is not very nice to you, or a waiter is not very nice to you. How about you take a moment out and look at them as a human first and think, ये भी एक इंसान है, पता नहीं कब से यहाँ पे खड़ा हुआ है, पता नहीं इसकी ज़िंदगी की struggles क्या होंगी, क्या मसाइल चल रहे होंगे ज़िंदगी के अंदर. It's okay, let me let it slide. If this person's being mean to me, how about I respond in a nice way? Maybe they haven't heard anything nice the whole day, and maybe that helps them. पर एक दो बार कर ले, पर अगर तीसरी बार करने पे they're still बदतमीज to you, it's not your problem. Walk away, but at least try. How long have you been in depression? I mean, I'm not depressed, alhamdulillah. I was in college, and that lasted about a year. I gained a lot of weight. I became very antisocial. And then I decided to work on myself. And the first thing that I did was hit the gym. How did you know you had that issue? I mean, majority doesn't even know what they have. To be very honest, I kind of found out what really was going on with me after watching a video. There was a video about depression online, and I saw that, and I was like, wow, I think I'm depressed. And so to fix anything, you first have to actually acknowledge that it exists. The way you came out of the depression after your engagement broke up. Guys, depression, if somebody is depressed, उसका ज़रूरी मतलब नहीं है कि वो कहीं लड़के या लड़की या किसी ऐसी चीज़ से कोई relation होगा. मेरी जो engagement भी जो टूटी थी was a very amicable decision to part ways. There was no drama involved. How do you deal with negativity if it really harms your soul regularly? I just block it out. I just don't pay heed to it. The people who really matter to me are the people around me. A lot of my friends and people, they have this issue with me that I don't reply. and that it's hard to get hold of me if I'm not around. That's because I choose not to use my phone when I'm with people, and I'm with my family and like people, and I have a very busy schedule. Because the thing is, I can be replying and like caring about what's going on in the cyber world, but if I do that too much, then I'm neglecting the people around me, and I'm neglecting experiencing what life is bringing to me in the moment. There was another quote that I actually had come across that I love recalling ever so often. It says, when the uncertain future becomes the path in turn becomes uncertain. इसका ये मतलब है कि हम सोचते रहते हैं, हम फ्यूचर की परेशानियों में रहते हैं कि कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, मैं आज ये करूँगी क्योंकि कल वो होना है, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. और जब वो कल गुजर जाता है, और उसको भी कई कल गुजर जाते हैं गुजरे हुए, और जब आप उस चीज़ को फिर रिकाउंट करते हो कि वो अच्छा ऐसे हुआ या क्या हुआ, तो तब भी वो थोड़ा सा अनसर्टन होता है. फ्यूचर आप जब प्लान करते हैं वो अनसर्टन होता है क्योंकि वो अभी तक हुआ नहीं होता. और जब आप पास्ट को सोचते हैं तो वो अनसर्टन इसलिए होता है क्योंकि आपको एक एक उसकी डिटेल तो याद नहीं रहती ना. तो असल में चीज़ क्या मैटर करती है, वो आपका प्रेजेंट, जो अभी आपके साथ हो रहा है, क्योंकि वही आप सबसे ज़्यादा रियल जीते हैं. दैट्स योर रियलिटी. सो ट्राई टू स्टे इन योर प्रेजेंट एंड be present in your surroundings. Be very involved with the people around you. What is the worst thing that ever happened to you that disturbed you mentally? Man, a lot of things, and I think a lot of people have a lot of things that happen to them, and sometimes it's not even big things, it's just little things that keep piling up, that you keep brushing under the rug because you don't want to address them, or you want to ignore them, and you want to be strong. Also, it's okay not to be strong sometimes. You don't always have to be so brave and make it look like everything is under control and everything is perfect. It's okay not to be perfect. And there are several things that piled up. How have you dealt with your I mean, I explained it. How did you actually go through it all? What was wrong? Why can't we be happy with what we have? Yeah, exactly. We should be happy with all we have, and I make it a point to thank God for every single thing that I have in my life. When something doesn't go the way that I want it to go, अगर मैंने कुछ प्लान किया हुआ कि मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरी ज़िंदगी में ये हो या मुझे ये करना है और वो चीज़ ना हो, I get even more excited कि that was my game plan and it's not going the way that I wanted it to go, but now I'm gonna get surprised and get something even better, or maybe get that thing later. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I'm supposed to get something even more better. Just have that faith, and when you have that faith, you not to sound weird or anything, but when you think like that, you give out positive vibes, and positive energy attracts positive energy. Even though that's kind of against physics, but you know what I mean. How do you get over someone? How to be career focused even though you have a lot of tensions? The way you get over someone is that you just take them out of your life. When you have decided that you don't want them to be a part of your life anymore, you just out cold turkey cut them, and you focus on what you want in your life, and you focus on your aims, your purpose, your goals, your priorities, and yeah, that's how you focus on what you really want. Have you gotten bullied after appearing on Coke Studio? You know that, you betcha. Yeah, like पहले तो bullying confined थी from the people around me, or जो भी है, फिर तो वो bullying wide spread हो गई ना कि सबको कोई ओपिनियन रखना था. क्योंकि मैं एक पब्लिक फिगर बन गई apparently. और पब्लिक फिगर्स तो apparently इंसान नहीं होते हैं. मेरा एक रूल है कि मैं अकेले लड़कों के साथ प्रेफर करती हूँ तस्वीर ना खिंचवाना. तो मैं उनसे कहती हूँ कि थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग अप. I don't take solo pictures with guys. If you have somebody else with you, I'd love to take a picture in a group. उससे लोग कई बार offend हो जाते हैं, and the things they have to say are really mean. And then when I respond to them and I say कि मैं भी तो इंसान हूँ ना, मैं भी तो किसी छोड़ो, मैं किसी की मतलब इस तक नौबत क्यों आनी चाहिए कि मैं किसी की बहन हूँ या कुछ हूँ. मैं एक लड़की हूँ, मैं एक इंसान हूँ, मेरी अपनी स्पेस है. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता ऐसे किसी भी. I don't mean any disrespect to the man. I don't know them and I'm not refusing. I'm just saying कि ग्रुप में खिंचवा लें. या फिर एक और चीज़ जो मुझे काफ़ी अपसेट करती थी ज़्यादा पहले, वो ये था कि people often come up to me anywhere that I go and all they say is selfie. Phone ला के I'm like, ouch man. Hi, I'm Momina. What's your name? Nice to meet you. What do you do? What are your aims in life? What's going on? This, blah, blah, blah. Now we know each other. Let's take a picture so that when you show that picture to anyone or you see that picture, you know that you know me. It's not just a photo op. वरना तो आप फोटोशॉप करके बना लो तस्वीर. लाइक उसमें क्या अकेला फता हो गया कि हम भी इंसान, वो भी इंसान, बस एक इंसान के साथ पिक्चर लेके लगा ली क्या, oh I saw this person. But now you'll have more substance. You'll say, oh, I know this person. I had a conversation with this person. So always remember to treat another human like a human, and not just like an object. How do you manage to smile all the time? Well, in any situation in life, you have two options. Either you cry about it, or you don't cry about it and focus on how you can fix it. I choose to do the latter. And if you can smile through it, what's better than that? But just because I'm smiling all the time doesn't mean like I have everything perfect. I don't, but that doesn't mean either that I'm dissatisfied or not happy. I'm content and happy and satisfied with whatever I have or whatever I don't have, because जो मिलना होता है, जिसको जिस वक्त मिलना होता है वो उसको मिल जाता है, और जो चीज़ उनको नहीं मिलनी होती उनको नहीं मिलती है. जिस दिन हर एक को ये बस बात का एहसास हो जाएगा, उस दिन आधे से ज़्यादा मसले ख़त्म हो जाएंगे. Have you ever had your heart broken? Obviously, everyone's had their heart broken. But nothing that upsets me now or anything. I've picked out everything good about everything, and even when I think about that, I think about all the good things, and it makes me happy. यार इतने सारे when are you getting married के क्यों मैसेजेस हैं? आप ढूंढ दे कोई अच्छा लड़का. एप्लीकेशंस के लिए एक ईमेल एड्रेस बना लेती हूँ, मुझे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. What is your source of income? I read about you as your father is an ex-general, but your travels are... I mean, yeah, I mean, I come from a privileged family, but that doesn't mean that मुझे पैसे ज़ाया करने का शौक है, या अपने अम्मी अब्बा के पैसों को ज़ाया करने का शौक है. I make my own living, and मेरे दो खर्चे हैं ज़िंदगी में, खाना और ट्रैवल. That's it. उसके अलावा मुझे किसी चीज़ का शौक नहीं है. I'm a victim of depression, but when I talk about it with my friends, they think I'm bragging. एक तो मुझे brag का लफ्ज़ समझ नहीं आता. मुझे भी अक्सर लोग कई चीज़ों पे brag और ये वो कहते हैं कि so then maybe they're not your friends. Dude, change your friends. Because if you and you don't have to have too many friends. Like मेरे दोस्त, like I said, like I have very few friends, very few friends. 3-4 असल दोस्त हैं, and with them it's we don't have to stay in touch 24/7. We just have to see each other, and it's just like no time passed. And those are the kind of friends that really even matter. I mean, I don't like being friends with people just for the sake of it. And that's another reason a lot of people have issues with me. I don't really I don't like going out of my house or hanging out with people. Like it's my birthday, I'm at home not doing anything. So point being, you don't need to have too many friends. You just need to have the right friends, चाहे वो एक ही हो या दो भी हो. How do you deal with negative comments? I just laugh at them, because it's not about me, it's about them. अगर कोई कह रहा है इसको देखो ला 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 ला, तो वो they're insecure in their own lives. I mean, whenever I see any person, I try to find something good about them. Anyone that I meet, I look at them and I pick out something nice about them that I genuinely actually mean. That, oh, I like this or I like that. But if somebody's just out there to like pick out negatives, then या तो कोई लेना देना हो ना उस इंसान से है भी नहीं. तो ओपिनियन सिर्फ आपका आपके लिए मैटर करना चाहिए और आपके क्लोज लोगों का मैटर करना चाहिए, like your family or your really good friends. When the numb feeling go away, it'll go away when you want it to go away. You're only numb until you want to stay numb. The day you tell yourself, because what is pain, what is emotional turmoil, it's from within. जिस दिन आप खुद उठ के कहोगे ना, I don't want to feel this anymore. I want to be happy. I want to look at good things. I want to take charge of my life. You'll be able to do it. And the numb feeling will go away. It has poor connection. Another question. Did you get a photo shoot done during depression? Sorry, not being mean, just genuinely asking. I addressed that already. I was supposed to have a shoot that day, and I just decided to not do anything. Not put on any makeup, not dress up. और जो उसकी लोकेशन भी थी was the floor of my bathroom, because I've been on that floor crying before, and those were my real emotions. Those were real pictures that I decided to share with people because ऐसी हूँ जैसी भी हूँ. Are you fine now? Yes, alhamdulillah. If you ever come across a situation where your friend or someone you know is going through all of this, you're actually इतना लंबा क्वेश्चन लिखा हुआ है कि वो बाकी आया नहीं है. But when you see red flags, when your friends start acting differently, if they're not being themselves, if they're being irritable, if they're being distant, if they're not talking to you as much as they used to, if there's anything that's off, you should reach out. You should reach out to that person, and don't pressure them. Don't just be on their heads and be like batao, because that's very counterproductive sometimes. Let the person take their time. शायद उन्हें थोड़ा वक्त लगे बताने के लिए कि कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ हो रहा है, but just make sure you're there for them. And when they act out, and if they're rude or anything, just forgive them for that time and try to understand कि इसके नीचे क्या चल रहा है. शायद कोई प्रॉब्लम है. And that's what a real friend should actually always do. Students manage stress. So I had 2 majors in school and in college or university. यहाँ स्कूल के अमेरिका में स्कूल हर चीज़ स्कूल ही होता है, चाहे PhD भी कर रहे हो. यहाँ पे कई लोग offend हो जाते हैं, especially the little kids, and I'm like, oh my god, so you're starting school? They're like, no, I'm old enough to be in college. I'm like, हाँ वही बात है. Anyway, but you should just, okay, जब आप O levels, जब आप क्लास 5 में होते हैं तो आपके फाइनल एग्जाम्स बहुत बड़ी डील होती है. माय गॉड, मेरे एग्जाम्स आ रहे हैं. O levels में जाते हो तो सोचते हो कि मेरा O levels का रिजल्ट ही मेरी ज़िंदगी डिसाइड करेगा. फिर आप A levels में जाते हो और सोचते हो ओ वाओ, A levels तो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है ही नहीं. But when you look back, you're like, हाँ वो O level इतनी बड़ी चीज़ नहीं थी. Then when you start college, then you're like, A levels इतनी कोई बड़ी चीज़ नहीं थी. It's just that you need to know why you're in school. Why are you studying? Your end purpose to go and get an education is to be a good human, is to excel in life, is to be enabled or empowered to be a contributing member of society. Take it easy and make it fun. Yes, I had 2 majors and I always loved my studies, but I was never a nerd. I never only just studied. To be honest, I hardly gave or allocated much time to my studies apart from the classroom, क्योंकि when you're in the classroom, वो जो 1 घंटा होता है वो ज़ाहिर एक calculated amount of credit hours के हिसाब से आपका course work उस hours में fit किया हुआ होता है. If you just give your full attention to the material that's being taught to you in class at that time, you'll be fine. Don't stress about it, because you have to do it regardless, and you have to do a good job at it, and you have to learn something out of it, not just get a good grade. Anyway, I can read questions if there are any. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Thank you guys. I actually have to head out. Not out, downstairs. My mom made me really nice dinner with all my favorite food. जो कि 2 चीज़ें होती हैं. And yeah, it was great speaking to everyone. I will make another video. I know my thoughts are all over the place, and शायद मैं बहुत तेज़ भी बोलती हूँ, and some people maybe understood what I was saying and some people probably didn't. I will put out more material. Life is beautiful. You just have to change the way that you look at it. If you have a positive outlook on life, everything will seem good to you. And if you don't have a positive outlook on life, तो आपके पास दुनिया में सब कुछ हो सकता है, पर खुशी कभी भी नहीं होगी. So it only gets better when you get better, and have faith in yourself and in the future. And yeah, just do your best. Try to stay positive and try to help other people, and don't ever respond to negativity with more negativity. We don't want more of it. And let's break the vicious cycle of cyberbullying and be there for each other and support each other and be better people, and make this world a better place for all of us. Good night and goodbye, guys. And thank you for the birthday wishes again. Bye.